Welcome to North Freeway Hyundai, Houston's #1 premier Hyundai dealership. Today we're pleased to bring you yet another one of Hyundai's exquisite new models. For more information about any of our inventory, visit northfreewayhyundai.com or come visit us at our brand new location on Interstate 45 North in Spring, Texas. So now, without any further ado, our feature presentation. Well, good afternoon and welcome everyone. Today's review has now brought us here for a much more up-close and personal encounter with the 2014 Hyundai Accent GLS. And now, with all of that being said, this is going to be a complete and in-depth review of the Accent, and this does entail a complete startup and overview of the engine, as well as a good look at many of the unique and notable styling cues and multiple features, technologies, and creature comforts that all come together to make up Hyundai's small four-cylinder compact offering. And so, bearing all that new information in mind, let's go ahead and climb aboard and we'll check it out. To begin with, our nicely equipped GLS 4-door sedan today is wearing the Marathon Blue exterior. And beautifully accenting the depth of this deep blue exterior, our particular vehicle's interior has been fully upholstered in the standard light gray checkered cloth interior. Beautiful smooth purr from that newly revised 1.6-liter gas direct injected four-cylinder engine. Now, with the 2014 Accent having such a lightweight composition and also such a short wheelbase, you would expect that the steering is actually quite responsive, and it actually is in this case, put through a nice soft grain 3-spoke steering wheel for both GS and GLS testers like we have here. And if you were to upgrade to the SE trim, which we'll see a little bit later on, you get a full leather trimmed exterior rim to the steering wheel with color coordinated stitching running around the interior rim of the wheel, and also in all trim levels you get a nice painted silver accent running along all 3 spokes of the wheel. And in the SE, which again you'll see later on, you'll have full sets of electronic controls for various creature comforts throughout the vehicle. Now, for the 2014 Accent, there actually are 2 available transmission choices. More basic models can get a standard short-throw 6-speed manual transmission, or in our GLS tester today, we have the electronically controlled 6-speed Shift-tronic automatic transmission with available manual shifting capabilities to the right-hand side of the drive portion of the shifter. And you can also hear the electronic child protective safety locks, which will automatically lock the vehicle once it's put into gear, and will only unlock the vehicle actually when it's not put into park like a lot of Hyundai's other vehicles, but instead when the car is actually switched off and the vehicle is unlocked by itself. Very nice. Only the driver's side window is automatic in the down direction. Now, regardless of which trim level you pick, be it GS, GLS like we have here, or the SE, which again we'll be looking at later on, there's only one standard available power plant for all 3 trims. Under the hood of the 2014 Accent, you'll find a 1.6-liter dual overhead cam, 16-valve, gasoline direct fuel injected inline 4-cylinder engine. This engine is also equipped with Hyundai's signature continuous variable valve timing, and now it produces 138 horsepower and 123 pound-feet of torque. Equally surprising for this car are the fuel economy numbers. For our automatic equipped 4-door GLS tester, we scored an average of 27 miles per gallon city and 37 miles per gallon on the interstate highway. Depending on how equipped, that mileage may actually vary, along with how well the vehicle is maintained over time. Now let's see about a few revs of that little 1.6 liter four banger and see what kind of soundtrack she produces. A very nice little racy exhaust note from that single exhaust outlet. Very beautiful. And this motor actually does have a lot of pep to it. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and turn on the headlights, as well as the hazard lights as usual. And now let's take this opportunity to take a quick peek at the exterior of the Accent. On this GLS trim, you get standard halogen headlights, wrapped in a beautiful chrome bezel with black accents. The GLS does not come available with fog lights, although they are standard on SE trims. Chrome accented front grille. Now our GLS tester is riding on the standard set of 14-inch steel wheels with their appropriate Hyundai supplied wheel covers. Intermittently timed rain sensing wipers. A very nice and sporty style to the rear deck lid with this almost kind of ducktail spoiler coming off the rear of the trunk lid. Got standard halogen taillights and hazards. Pretty much what you're looking at here is one of the most basic forms of transportation that Hyundai can offer. That also goes for GS and GLS trims for both four-doors and hatchback. Rear heated defrosting glass, your small antenna, and this vehicle does include XM satellite radio as standard. And now that we've had a look at the exterior of the Accent, let's go ahead and take a better look at the interior. For a start, as aforementioned, this vehicle does have a gray checkered cloth interior. Now, even with this GLS being a little bit more of a basic trim level for the Accent underneath the SE but above the GS, you do get several powered amenities to keep you entertained. For starters, you have an automatic down driver's side window. The rest of your power windows, power door locks along with keyless entry as you saw before, window locks, and also power mirrors. Over here to the left of the steering wheel, you have your traction control, your instrument dimming, and also your active eco mode, which we'll go over here in just a second. And also a manual reclining and manual height adjustable driver's seat. Now, for those of you who think that the Accent is nothing more than your basic econo car, you are actually sorely mistaken. The Accent has now been equipped with such technologies that it really rivals a lot of the best small compact vehicles on the market. For example, you have your electroluminescent gauges for your speedometer and tachometer, all of your warning lights here in the center, and also your engine temperature and fuel gauge, along with what gear you're in, your active MPG, and so on, all put through a beautiful little LCD display right here in the center. Over here in the middle, you have a standard CD player. You also have a small little 5-inch display right here, which you have the ability to turn it off if you so desire, with a small little display button just to the right of the steering wheel. Over here on the right, you have your AM/FM radio along with XM satellite radio, as aforementioned, your different media, as this vehicle does come standard with iPod auxiliary and USB inputs. Also your Seek Track button, your different preset radio stations, categories and folders for hooking up to your iPod integration and also for satellite radio, vehicle menu, and also you can scan the radio and also your vehicle setup. Down below you have your hazard switch, your rear defrosting, you have your air conditioning controls. It's a single zone system. You have your fan speed in the middle, push the middle button for your air conditioning, temperature controls off to the left, and also your different climate zones off to the right. And also air conditioning recycling located right down below. Now the stereo on the vehicle is actually quite good for such a small car.
Share data on 4 lines for $160 per month.
For trying to reach the things that I can't see, but that's just how I feel. That's just how I feel.
Go ahead and switch to a different channel here for our XM radio.
All the neighbors with peace from deep within. I can feel.
Basically, you get the idea. Very good sound system for such a small vehicle. Now, as far as interior composition, you're not going to be expecting you should not be expecting everything to be wrapped in leather and so on. Instead, very soft touch plastics bestowing the dashboard, a little bit of hard touch plastic for things like your gauge binnacle and so on. But you have nice cloth padded door panels right here. Again, a nice painted silver portion here on the doors for your door handle, and also for your steering wheel, as aforementioned. Interior reading lights, small vanity mirrors. As I said, intermittently timed wipers here on the right-hand stalk. Overall, a very basic mode of transportation, yet at the same time, affordable transportation, and also one that has definitely come a long way in the past few years. But with all that in mind, viewers, let's go ahead and turn off the engine. And let's take this opportunity to check out the rest of the Accent 4-door. Now, one of the benefits of such a small vehicle is that you actually have a lot of room for such a small car. Now, keep in mind, I'm about 6'1", but I actually have the seat in a little bit further back position than would normally be set. But this one here, you actually have quite a lot of room right in here. You can see you get a driver's side armrest as well. Very nice sizable trunk. You also have 60/40 split fold rear seats, which fold all the way flat. Now, if you're looking for safety features on a small vehicle, you're pretty much spoilt for choice. This car comes standard with automatic braking, or ABS. Also comes with electronic stability control, and also standard sets of front and side impact airbags. As far as the glove compartment, quite spacious. It is not damped, so it doesn't fall silently, nor is it lined with felt. But again, in a basic economy car, you can't really expect too much in the way of luxury. Still nice hard touch plastics. Overall, for those looking for a basic mode of transportation with good fuel economy, decent comfort, and also a nice pickup when going down the road, the Hyundai Accent should now definitely be on the shopping list of a lot of small car buyers, especially with back to school being in the air around this time of year here in July.